Welcome to Exact PipeCut Infinity instructional video. Exact PipeCut Infinity is designed to cut large diameter pipes. Please read the operating instructions carefully before using the saw. Make sure to always use proper safety equipment, such as a full face visor or eye protection and a face mask, hearing protection, long-sleeved work jacket, and gloves. Exact Pipe Infinity comes in two bags. The first tool bag holds saw with metal cutting blade already installed and two tensioner blocks. Place the tensioner blocks at both ends of the saw. Put the tensioner block with the handle to the left side of the saw with the blade guard facing away from you. Pull the locking pin out of the holes. Once both tensioner blocks are back in place and in line with the holes, insert the pins back into the holes and lock them with a cotter. Clean the pipe with a brush and then measure the distance between the chain mark and the desired cutting point using a ruler or measuring tape. It is the chain's position that defines the straightness of the cut. Use a marker to mark the cutting point on the pipe and measure the distance between the cutting point and the chain. The distance between the chain and blade inner edge is 90 millimeters. Draw several marks around the pipe and measure the chain's position in relation to each mark. The second tool bag holds chains and a chain chart to help you find the correct chain length for a specific pipe diameter. Measure the diameter of the pipe you are going to cut and use the chain chart to determine the right length of the chains you need to assemble. Place the chains on the table to start assembling them. Pull the pin out of the chain using pliers and extend the chain by adding other parts of the chain. Put the pin back in place. Make sure the pin is firmly locked using pliers. Once assembled to the desired length, route the chain through both tensioner blocks. Pull the chain through both tensioners so that both loose ends are of even length. This will prevent the saw from sliding off the pipe once the saw is placed on top of the pipe. Make sure that the pipe is properly supported and does not rotate. Once assembled, place the saw on top of the pipe. Loosen the tensioner blocks and connect the chain to make a full circle. Align the chain with the chain marks, and once all marked points have been checked, connect the loose ends of the chain and tighten the tensioners by turning the knobs. Once the chain is in place and tightened, we can start cutting. Press the switch trigger under the saw handle forward until it is set to on position. Pierce the pipe wall by pushing the saw down until it is locked in the cutting position. Start turning the crank gently to prevent blade fatigue. Change your position when required and continue turning the crank. Pay attention to cutting speed at all times. It should be slow to prevent overload. If there is tension in the pipe, use wedges to prevent the blade from jamming. After the cut, turn the power switch off and push it slightly forward for the saw to come to a stop. Pull the cable out of the socket before you continue to disassemble the saw. Releasing the locking lever for the saw to be lifted, loosen tensioner knobs and then remove the connecting pin from the chain. Lift the saw from the pipe, place it on the ground or table, and pull the chain from the tensioners. For an easier and more precise cutting process, You can use our special tensioner block equipped with a connector for a battery-powered drill. Chainsaw blades often enough to avoid mechanical damage to the saw. Make sure to always use the original exact blades while ensuring that they are sharp and in good condition. It is necessary to replace the blade if you cut different material. Always use the right blade, specifically designed for each material. Visit www.exacttools.com for more information about blade types and the materials they cut. If there is no visible damage, all blade teeth are in place, and if the blade body is not bent, the blade can be resharpened up to 3 times. For more information about sharpening, contact your local Exact dealer. Now, open the upper blade guard using a 5mm Allen key attached to the handle of the pipe saw. Remove the screw on the upper blade guard. Then, remove the screw from the blade. Take out the flanges and place a new cutting blade. Make sure there are no chips or dirt between blade flanges. Place the blade flanges back and tighten the screw firmly. Thank you for watching.